Undecided voters were already going to play a crucial role in battleground states like Wisconsin with a matchup between President Biden and former President Trump.
Now that President Biden has left the race and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee, some of those voters might shift their stances. Political reporter Darielle Fair talked to the voters who have protested their party's candidate to see what they think about the change on the Democratic ticket.
Caroline branded undecided voters like those in the Listen to Wisconsin campaign are a pivotal group in organizing to protest the Biden administration's handling of the Israel-Hamas war. They say while the Democratic Party's nominee will change, their demands have not.
If the Democratic nominee wants to win votes in Wisconsin and wants to win this state, they must follow through on those demands in order to stand a chance in November.
I also spoke with Craig Schneider, the director of Haley Voters for Biden, a coalition of registered Republican voters who did not want Trump to become the Republican nominee.
They made that clear in their primary election vote. The pull, we think, is understanding that the Biden-Harris administration has actually been far more of a centrist administration than it's given credit for.
The coalition is now Haley Voters for Harris, announcing their endorsement of the vice president. Snyder says that Haley supporters make up a significant block of voters that could potentially decide key swing states. And they like that the Biden-Harris administration offers moderate policies on issues like immigration and crime. Snyder also emphasized age being a potential issue with the potential Harris-Trump matchup.
Governor Haley had a lot of insight in that statement because there's a majority of Americans, there has been for months and months reflected in the polls, who want a new generation of leadership. And I think that Vice President Harris represents that.
Earlier this year, Nikki Haley ran against former President Donald Trump for the GOP nomination and said the 2024 election was going to be won by a younger candidate.
Most Americans do not want a rematch between Biden and Trump. The first party to retire its 80-year-old candidate is going to be the party that wins this election.
Haley formally endorsed Trump as the Republican Party's nominee at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee last week, prior to President Biden leaving the race.